All right, Chris, I'm here. I'm having a major life crisis.
Yeah?
Can't get anything done. Nothing's
Nothing?
working right. It's not that I can't get it done. It's like I don't like. I lose patience like in 30 seconds. Like if it doesn't work in the first minute,
You're
I
out.
quit.
Yeah.
I'm over there playing with the audio system. I had it in my head how this was going to go. I'm going to pop the rear speakers in. I was going to put the new head unit in. They already sent me the harness. Boom, boom. Click, clack. Done. Well, no. It's all torn apart. Nothing freaking works. It's making weird noises. I got freaking speaker wire splicing to do. It's just a freaking disaster. I should just quit and try again tomorrow. It's not going the way I wanted.
It's probably a good plan. I do that sometimes. Just approach it with a fresh state of mind tomorrow. Everything will go right. You'll be happy.
But I feel like everything is like that. I think I may have died and I'm not even here anymore. 'Cause it's not. I lost my mojo.
Uh-oh.
I need an intervention of some sort.
Maybe the podcast will pick you up here. Our friends out there.
It's not looking good.
Well, we already have a $5 super chat. How about that? That'll brighten your
I
spirits.
use that $5 to hire someone to come solve all my problems.
Oh, man. September 10th. We missed last week. There were people saying they missed us last week, so that was nice of them.
Yeah,
They missed us
I was
while we were
laying on the
gone.
couch in my deathbed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You feeling better today? That's good.
Yeah, much better today. Yesterday I was still struggling. Yeah, got the virus, and it's still kind of lingering on me here. I think I may have lost some brain cells. So I used to feel like I was pretty smart, and now I feel pretty dumb. I can't get anything done. I feel like I'm poisoned. Like I'm not sick anymore, you know. But like
Just lingering.
I don't. Not even. It's like I've got some kind of poison in me. Michelle keeps laughing when I say that. She says, "You're a freaking sissy. Man up." But yeah, it was a good time. Good time last week. It really wasn't that bad. It's just just tired. And I took a bunch of vitamin C and some Zicam and some Airborne and a bunch of vitamins every day. And yeah, not much to it, but certainly would rather not have it. So we have a little outbreak here at HQ. A bunch of us went down, but it's only a matter of time. People get so bent out of shape about it. It's only a matter of time to just go through it and get it over with. But yeah, so now I feel like I lost some brain cells and I just can't get back in the swing of getting things done. It's just the problem is, forget the virus thing. It's like my house is torn apart. My freezer doesn't work. My garage is torn apart. I mean, the HOA is trying to drop a nuclear bomb on me. I can't get freaking Duke Energy to show up here and give us power to the building. So now we're a month in of the building being done. I still can't freaking do anything. So I've got this side torn apart and then the garage half torn apart, and so I don't really have a place. And I just feel like I can't get anything done. So that's my current complaint. I'm sure I'll wake up tomorrow and be ready to go, happy and whatever.
Your usual jovial self. Back to normal. That's funny.
Oh, shoot. Laugh myself into choking to death.
All right, so let's see. Let me get to a couple of things here. Number one, from in the chat here, Carrie Stone says, Matt, I finally purchased an OG t-shirt. The fit and quality is dialed in. Question, I'm wanting to consolidate down to a couple of bank accounts. How many and what accounts do you recommend?
One bank account. Done.
Easy enough.
Yeah, I mean, you really only need one. What do you need a bunch of them for? One of them, put it in joint name if you're married to someone. If not, make sure you put a transfer on death on it so they can go where it needs to go. Because a transfer on death will pass outside of probate. The second you get a death certificate, then you can transfer it to wherever the beneficiary is. So you basically putting a beneficiary document attached to your checking account. And it shouldn't be any reason why you need anything else. I mean, what are you going to make? 0.01% interest on a savings account or something? Even if it's 0.5%, who freaking cares unless you got lots of money in there. If you got lots of money in there, you should probably get it out of there and put it somewhere else. So, I have one checking account and then I have one business checking account. And that's it. And I don't think you really need anything else.
It's kind of depressing to look at our interest we earn in that one savings account.
Nothing.
It's, it's so close to zero.
Yeah, you get $300,000 or $400,000 in there, and you freaking earn like a few pennies a year.
It's bad.
Yeah. And you can be like a miser and like chase around some weird banks to like take your money to try to get like point something %. But it's a waste of time. Go do something else with your time and you make more money in 30 seconds versus spending, years and hours of moving your money around these goofy checking accounts at some weird banks. So to me, the most important thing in my checking account is that I have sophisticated online capability, and that's the problem with credit unions and stuff like that is they have suck at that kind of stuff, especially if you ever have to wire anything out or anything like that. So we have most of our money at Chase, and then I have a little local bank that we have another savings account at, but that's really just to spread the money out a little bit. But you want to have one. Some people I see money all over the place. Well, why? It's just annoying. To make you feel better, you got money all over the place? I'm not sure. If you got lots of money, you got to put it all over the place. But if you don't, then there's not reason to have a bunch of stuff.
All right, here's our super chat question here. $5 US from Kyle. He says, is there any word that you know of when it comes to a wide mouth PF22 in the works? Something like the Griot seems like it would make pouring/rinsing the bottle much easier.
There isn't anything at the moment. There have been talks of that for several years. I'm sure they'll come out with something at some point, but it requires a whole redesign of the head, so they haven't been super motivated to do that. I think if MTM is not careful, they're going to lose the market share if they don't get moving on it at some point. And I know it's on their short list, but there isn't anything. There aren't any prototypes or anything. I would probably know. I mean, we're the number one MTM customer in the country, probably in the world, and they usually let me know first what's going on. But no word on anything at this moment. At least I don't have any, unless there's something secret I don't know about.
All right, let's see. I have a fun question here from Kay Makuta on Instagram. Question for both Matt and Chris. What are your go-to fast food meals? I thought that was appropriate today because one of our super nice customers/followers, Daniel, provided lunch for us from Chick-fil-A, which was awesome.
Yeah, I ate most of it, but the good thing is I can't taste anything, so maybe I'll lose some freaking weight.
Yeah, just eat broccoli for everything.
You might as well,
Stinky salads.
Yeah, and I'm not really all that hungry either because I'm so demotivated because everything's freaking broken in my life. And
go-to fast food meal.
I would say the only two I eat would be Five Guys. I don't even know if that really counts as fast food. I guess it technically is.
Quick service restaurant.
And Chick-fil-A, that's it. What about you? I mean, I don't go to I try to go to Wendy's. And remember, I have such fond memories of delicious Wendy's, and maybe it was never delicious, but I've been to Wendy's maybe 6 or 8 months ago. I went to one. I was so disappointed, just threw it in the trash. I don't go to McDonald's. I don't like Taco Bell. I don't. The only place I go is Chick-fil-A, really.
Well, Chick-fil-A, I love Taco Bell, though. I know it's terrible, and the meat comes out of a hose, but it's so good.
I can't tell you it's been at least a decade since I've had.
Not much has changed.
So I'm either a spicy chicken sandwich at Chick-fil-A with some waffle fries, and if I'm feeling a little spry, I'll get a giant lemonade. I can't really order drinks because I'll drink like a gallon. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't order like a lemonade or a soda. I'd be 400 pounds because I'm like I have this weird ability to drink large volumes of liquids, and if you add a little sugar on there, it's like crack, and I can't stop.
Have you had the diet lemonade?
No, I don't eat anything diet.
No, the diet lemonade. Gross. You should try. I'll give you some one day.
There's no way. Yeah. It's gonna have that weird death aftertaste.
No, I get a Chick-fil-A sandwich, no pickle, add American cheese, and then a spicy chicken sandwich, no pickle, add pepper jack cheese. I don't waste calories on the fries anymore.
Yeah, I don't really like those either. I usually don't eat all of them, which is kind of weird, but
I do like the fries. Dip them in honey mustard.
Yeah,
Here
I'm
we go.
not all that enthused about Chick-fil-A either. You know what I'm excited about? I'm excited to get my Evo installed so I can start making cheesesteaks.
Oh, we have
and
a
stuff
question
like
about that. We'll get to that.
Yeah.
Michelle says, by the way, in the chat, Michelle M. from Lady Lake, Chipotle.
Oh, dude,
Does that count?
it's coming here. Do you know this?
No. Where?
Right where Sweet Tomatoes was?
Ooh,
Like less than a mile from
That's
here?
trouble for a lot of people.
Oh, I'm so excited. Yeah. I forgot to tell everybody about that. Yeah, Chick-fil-A is coming. It's already
Chipotle, yeah.
or Chipotle. I mean, it's coming to Lady Lake.
Mm.
Just to show you how much we suck. Yeah, I do Culver's occasionally. Culver's
Yeah.
isn't too bad. So I guess that is another one. But yeah, Chipotle's number one. What am I saying?
Yeah, Chipotle is good.
Burrito bowl.
Mm-hmm.
You always get double chicken, and so white rice, black beans. I'm off the beans now. I've been just eliminating the beans. There's no point to them. I don't really like them. So white rice, double chicken, mild and medium salsa is the secret trick.
Okay.
Occasionally, if I don't have any like thing going on later that day, I'll get the salad dressing. You can get the salad. Like if you got the salad bowl, you can get the salad dressing. You'll dump that on there. It's delicious, but it makes me drink too much water after 3 to 4 hours later. So I usually don't get that. And then as much cheese as I convinced them to put on there, and guac, but none of that other weird crap that they have. I bet you get all the weird vegetable stuff.
No, I don't like vegetables.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just go meat and cheese with a little salsa.
Yeah.
Chipotle. Lots of meat, lots of cheese, little salsa.
Yeah, and then grapefruit Izzy. Those things are good.
I've had that. All right, let me get to. You mentioned the Evo.
Mhm.
There's talk about it here in the chat now, and then we had a question from John Cioli on Facebook. Hey Matt, since you mentioned the Sam the Cooking Guy channel, I now watch his videos all the time.
Oh, he's so good.
Question about your Evo. What do you plan or look forward to cooking on it once you get it up and running? Every time I watch Sam use his, I think it looks awesome, but can't justify buying one for myself.
So, my
Cheesesteak.
Evo and my grill, I can't wait to get them going again. So I just finished up a cycle, for 3 or 4 months, maybe 4 or 5 months. I was having Michelle from the gym count my macros and cook food for me. I lost 12, 13 pounds. I'm sitting like 238, something like that. I was 252, but I kind of run its course. And so I'm kind of excited to start cooking up some steak again and stuff like that. And so I'm doing, I have my Lynx professional grill going in and my outdoor kitchen going in. The cabinets arrived, so they just picked up the Evo yesterday. They're going to custom fit it, and I've, hammered them saying, look, it's your buddy. I said, get your frickin' rear end here. I don't want this taking a month. This should take like a day. Otherwise, I'm not doing it. And so we're gonna get that done in probably a month. So.
Oh, we have a reminder here of one that I don't know if you've been here or not, but I've been plenty of times. Cookout? You ever been to Cookout?
Mm-mm.
We don't have any in Florida, unfortunately. John Carnegie, but you can get like a quesadilla as one of your sides. So you get your burger, and then like instead of fries, you can get a quesadilla, and it's like $4 for.
I just
way too
don't.
much food. It's delicious.
We really don't eat out very much. We eat sushi a lot,
Yeah, sushi
at VKI. But that's about it. I mean, we really don't eat out much. Michelle does Domino's occasionally, which is just terrible. It tastes like crap. But I think we, Chipotle is going to be a game changer here. I might as well just go and just write a $10,000 check there and just have it.
Put it on my tab.
Yeah, just take it off my tab. In about 6 months, I'll need to write him another one.
All right. We got a couple super chats to get to here. One from Jason Chiok, $10 US. Hey, Matt. I'm planning on setting up a 5.1 surround in the living room with Dynaudio's Emit line.
Mm-hmm. Smart.
Which receiver and sub would you recommend?
So
this is in the living room.
Just so you know, Dynaudio in a theater is not super fun, right? It's going to be smooth. It's going to sound great. But it's not going to be. You got to know what you're listening to. You got to know what you're getting into. I love having the Dynaudios in my theater in my house now, and I think it's great. But it's not an in your face type sound, which I prefer. So keep that in mind. I think I don't love the Dynaudio subs for home theater. I love them for music. I'm really surprised how much I love the sub 6 that they make. I absolutely love the core sub, but those really are for music. So I would probably look into want to look into like a SVS, like SVS Ultra. You'd probably want to get, which would be a good way to do it. And I don't even know if you can fit 2 subs in where you're doing it, but if you're starting with 1, get yourself the SVS Ultra, so $2,500 or something like that. Other than that, JL, like a JLE sub would be cool too, around the same, a little bit less money. The nice thing about JL, if you go to Audiogon, AUDIOGON.com, you can find JL subs that dealers will have that are used, that are usually pretty pristine. I've gotten a couple of them that way, but a JL sub would complement that stuff really nice. You just get biggest sub you can get. Another thing to look into if you want to get crazy is go look at JTR. Go to JTR Audio or JTRspeakers.com and you get yourself like a Captivator. You just have to have a lot of room for their giant 18-inch woofers. But that will do extremely well. For receiver, I think you want an NAD T778. I have one coming. Or I would probably just, depending on how much money you're willing to spend, you'd do it something Yamaha related, and just the more money you spend, the better amplifier you're gonna get. But the T778, or I think that's 775 is the other one, or 755 is the other. The NAD preamps preamps. Receivers are really sweet.
All right, let's see. Here's an easy question for you from Dan in the chat. What type of Dell monitors did we get next door in the ARM building over there? What are those?
Yeah, they're the UW38. I forget which model. They're the newest model. They only make a 138 ultra wide. So it's a Dell 38 ultra wide. It's like U38 something or other. I forget the model number. I'm usually pretty good at model numbers, but for some reason I don't have those committed to memory. But just search Dell 38-inch ultra wide. Those are the ones we have. They're okay. They're good. Not a lot of super high quality in the ultra wide, or in monitors in general.
All right, we have a super chat here, $4.99. I missed this one from WJ Krug. He said, "Would you recommend putting a drain in a garage floor?"
Yeah, slot drain is what you want. So just Google search slot drain, and it just depends on where you're at. Sometimes it's kind of hard to put a drain in while getting it permitted and getting it up to code for that. So, but yeah, that's what you want, is a slot drain.
All right, Jack, going back to audio for just a second here. Matt, my parents want a simple audio solution for their family room. Mm-hmm. Music 7 as a sound bar, or some Dynaudio studio monitors with a Blue Sound node?
Neither. If they want simple, I would probably do a decent pair of 2-channel speakers with a sub. So you'd want like we were talking about earlier, Dynaudio Emit 20s, and a Blue Sound power node, and then they would connect their TV with the audio return channel, and then they could stream music to it, and then they could play whatever's on their TV and control it from the app. They wouldn't need any kind of universal remote control or anything like that, and then you just get yourself a subwoofer of some sort. And then they could play music, they could listen to or watch the TV, and then you have a little two channel setup. Sound bars are also not a terrible idea, like the Klipsch, what was I forget, Studio 500 or something like that. That little Klipsch, little 2.1 setup, which is I guess it's to be a 3.1 setup with sound bar and subwoofer, could also be much simpler than doing a power node and all that stuff.
All right, Daniel Duran says, "Hey guys, after the track and subsequent wash, my Z06 has black, perhaps rubber lines still on it. Mm-hmm. Do you have a recommendation on how to remove that? The front clip has PPF."
Yeah, I would spray some Tarex on a towel. First wash it, right? Like you're saying, get all the dirt and sand and all that crap off of it, and then you'd spray a little Tarex on a soft microfiber towel like a Pluffle, and then it should wipe the rubber right off. And then after you're done, I would take take N914 and dilute it in a waterless wash formula, and waterless wash formula, and then just do a final wipe down on everything to get the remaining Tarex residue off. That's what I would do.
All right, we got a $10 super chat from our buddy Yoshi here. When we were talking about what goes on your Chipotle meals, he said shredded lettuce, bro.
No, it's gross. Yeah, and stop this Moe's nonsense. Moe's is gross. Gross.
Oh man. Jordan Horton wants to know, hey, have you used or seen the new PNS PNS spray that was released?
Yeah, it was a Dream Maker. I don't know much about it. It's in partnership with Gordon McCall, who they have a long-standing relationship with, who does he does the Quail event at he does the Quail and another one at Auto Week,
California.
Yeah, Monterey. Yeah, and so part of the McCall brand is how they're where they brought that through, but I don't know much about it.
All right, let's see. Oh, Neil mentioned Crystal. Man, we used to have a Crystal in Ocala, but it closed. That's some nasty, greasy buns.
Never had it. Yeah.
Never had Crystal?
Yeah.
It's like kind of like White Castle.
Yeah, never had that either.
Super chat here from Greg Terode, $4.99. Matt, give Manny a raise, please. He is the man and got me straight with my active pressure washer. Give him a shout out for me.
Well, you better buy some Krenzlas if you want to give him a raise. You got to step up your game there. Yeah, Manny's doing great.
All right, let's see here. Another super chat, this one from Spencer, $4.99. Matt, are there any plans to do a giveaway this year? If so, what would it be and when?
Bryce and Brad keep avoiding me, so I think that I want to have one next month. The biggest issue is supply, I want to do a garage giveaway, and we just don't have anything. And, buying cars is so darn difficult, so I don't know. I'm kind of in this weird limbo spot where we got a lot going on. Like, notice the YouTube channel's been a little devoid of videos. We're kind of in this transition phase here of rebuilding the website, and then transitioning into our next round of awesome videos that we're making for the YouTube channel. So that's probably part of the reason why I'm struggling with feeling incomplete.
All right, let's see here. MX304 says, just got my order of CSL XO. Is there any issue with using it on the trim and headlights, or should it be only go on the paint?
No, use it on everything. Yep, definitely.
All right, CJ says, you talk a lot about excessively researching stuff you're into. Do you typically do your research at your desk or on the couch or doing something else?
Yeah, it's usually on the couch. So I'm usually watching something and searching for something.
Speaking of which, here's the thumbnail for this week. Some of Mike's best work here.
Yeah.
There's you. What is that? Heartland, I guess, on the TV. With the fans going.
Oh,
you get your cooler. He even included your Ego.
Oh, that's smart. Yeah.
Power thing watching a football game.
Those fans look a lot better than the ones I got. Yeah. I'm gonna have to go back to the drawing board. I bought 4 fans and they're all equally terrible, so I need to get different ones.
Oh, good stuff. All right, let's see here. Super chat from Chris Marcial. When is the next restock of blue Cobra Jet hose? Hopefully in the next couple of weeks is what I learned earlier this week. But yeah, that's another thing we're waiting on, Chris. There just is none right now.
Theoretically, we have 50,000 feet of blue hose coming that we're going to be making our own here. It's supposed to be here in 5 days. I'll believe it when I see it.
All right, any updates on Uncle Maddie's garage door?
I got the application for the homeowner association. I have to get permission to put garage doors on.
They knew it was happening?
Yeah. And so here's the conundrum. So I've got a problem with the homeowners, right? I'm on the hit list.
Right, they're watching you now.
Being shaken down. And so it's funny, they changed the entire process. Like, now they actually... Like, the paperwork actually tells you what to do. Before, they're yelling and screaming at me and giving me problems, but they never told me what to do. I just did what made sense. And so they're like, well, we don't get to forms unless you fill out get all the provided information you need to provide. But documents didn't tell you what you needed to provide. So we're just supposed to know that. So anyway, I got the form. The problem is I want to do the doors myself. And I think they're going to require, so I need to ask them if I can do the doors myself. It's freaking crazy. And I don't, even if I wanted to get someone to do it, no garage door guy wants to do a garage door that they didn't sell. So I called the garage door company yesterday and I said this. I said, I have these doors. It's a new type of door. It's a roll-up door. Oh, we only do residential, sir. We don't do commercial. I said, no. It's a residential door. No. They only make roll-up doors for commercial. I said, no, I'm telling you, I've got it in my garage. It's sitting right there. And what I need is to I'd like to hire you to come out and do it. And it'd be really cool if we could shoot a video, promote your business. Oh, no, we don't do that, sir. I was like, well, why not? She said, well, we didn't sell you the door. I said, okay, well, what if we did this? What if I just buy some doors and you just throw them in the garbage and we pretend and we, instead of installing those doors you're throwing in the garbage, or give them to your uncle or whatever you want to do, and then we'll put, cause regular doors are cheap, a couple $100, $300, $400, $500. And so I said, well, then we can install mine. Well, let me go talk to my managers. And they come back. We can't do that. So, okay, fine. So then I called another place. I tried a different tactic. I said, look, I want to pay, what's your normal rate to do a door? They're like, I don't know, $395 or something like that. I'm like, I want to pay somebody 3 times that. I want them to come out and install my door. Oh, no, we can't do that, sir. So the problem is I can't get somebody to do it. And the other problem is the doors are, it's a roll-up aluminum door. They don't have a brace across it. And so then they don't understand, well, it's not hurricane rated. So, well, but these doors are much sturdier than any normal residential door. So, well, sir, we don't know if that's going to fly. And so I don't know what I'm going to do. So I'm going to probably just what size are your garage doors at your house? We're going to put them somewhere else. It's so freaking frustrating. I got to get out of there immediately. I was calling on 3 lots. Michelle was calling, trying to convince some guy to sell his lot to us. I got to get the heck out of there immediately. So,
all right.
So who knows? So the doors are sitting there on my floor, ready to go. You can't do it. I know I was going to do it. The original plan was just sneak in and do it at night, and these idiots would never know. Well, the heat is on, so they're watching every move I make. They've got cameras, like, basically positioned, satellite feeds, right? Showing me walk out of my door every day. So I come out in my underwear with my middle fingers up at the sky, But I got to get out of there so fast. So this is another reason why I want to jump off a bridge. Can't get anything done.
All right, let's see. We have a super chat here. 1,000 of something. I don't know what that symbol is, but Saturn 444 says, which products do you recommend for a car with full PPF?
It's nothing different. It's all the same. So you would buy the car wash package. You'd buy the wheel cleaning package. So you would use the exact same stuff. The only thing you have to do differently with PPF, you just have to make sure you don't, scrub on the edges too much. But other than that, there's really nothing else you need to do. Like my GT3 RS is full wrapped and it has a halo on it, and I just wash it like normal. Use the same drying aid, use the same soap, use the same tools, use the same wash pad, rinse it the same, dry it the same. So you don't want to treat it any differently. You treat it like paint.
All right, Jonathan Edwards says he's trying to dial in his undercarriage cleaning light setup. Mm-hmm. What suggestions might you have? Scan grip or something else?
Yeah, I think you probably want some line lights. You could just lay it on the floor and angle it in whatever direction you want. That's what I use. I use the Scan Grip line lights for underneath the car when I'm working on it.
All right, Richard Liu says, hey, Matt, in your opinion, how important is it to top a coating with a topper to combat water spotting? I don't have the patience to polish my full-size SUV, and a detail shop said it wasn't necessary.
What? I don't understand what's necessary. Not polishing it?
How necessary is it to top a coating with a topper to combat water spotting?
Yeah, I don't think that the topper really helps with water spots all that much. I just think that, when you're topping it, you're just, a lot of times coatings aren't as hydrophobic as people would like. And so that kind of helps. I think you want to do it just to keep from marring and scratching is the reason why I put it on there. But I don't know if it's going to help you all that much. You could also be talking about doing something like Exo or Gliss. those a lot of times are actually more susceptible to water spotting than just doing the base coating.
All right, Jason chimed in and said it looks like Indian rupees was the currency there, and I think he's right. I looked it up here.
So what's the conversion?
So 1,000 Indian rupees is $13.61.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So thank you, Jason.
I thought that was 1.1 cent or 1.4 cents. No,
You got $13. There you go.
sweet.
Let's see where this question go. Oh, from Michael G. I saw a portable AC cooler called Icy Breeze. Talking about your football setup here.
Yeah.
It is a portable AC in an ice cooler. Have you looked into these type of coolers? Maybe better than a fan.
No, I
Yes,
haven't.
I looked up. That's what it looks like.
Uh-huh.
So it's
Interesting.
got like this exhaust coming out of the cooler.
It's like huffing at your face. Is that the idea? The problem with almost all of that stuff, like everybody was like, why don't you just get a Milwaukee fan or the DeWalt fan? Because they freaking suck. They don't work. So my guess is that doesn't work very well. Notice they have an affiliate program. That's usually a telltale sign of it's marketing heavy and not quality heavy. So that's why I bought a big old Ego, power station. And I can start supplementing or chasing different fans, and you realize how crappy the fan world is. It's impossible to find something any good. So what I've been thinking about doing is I'm gonna get a dolly and then convert it and start strapping stuff to it. I'm gonna build us a little portable system.
All right, Jay Dobbins. I guess you noticed our bottle here. Brad put this here, product placement, because we finally got our 1 liter GSFs in. So
okay.
you've been waiting on that. These are now in. Jay says in the chat here, ordered some GSF. Also bought 2 T-shirts along with the soap. Everything is great.
It's a good
Thank you
combo.
very much. Yeah.
Combo of good stuff.
All right, let's see here. Kevin, this is Kevin Paluk on Facebook. Just a comment to read to the viewers. Join as a member of Inside the Hex for the videos where Matt truly shares his wisdom. Love detailing our cars for fun, yet love learning from Matt's experience. So thank you.
Yeah, sorry. Last 2 weeks I got really going again, and then I almost died, and then I had to it just didn't do as much. So I did a video this week. I got the vlogging camera out, but I'm like, I freaking don't feel like doing anything. And so next week.
All right, let's see.
But I did do a good video this week, I think.
Yeah.
It was a video talking about what I would have told my younger self about business. It's not very warm and fuzzy, though. So you might want to be careful with that one, especially if you're a detailer.
All right, Dr. Eurocar on Instagram says, what's the best way to keep down on dust from compounding, especially when blowing out pads?
Yeah, I think you just have to walk outside. I don't blow out the pad inside. And I walk out the door, which sucks. You could also have a bottle of water handy, so you could spritz a little water. Just know that when you introduce water, you're changing the cut and how the product works. But the other thing that will help you is if you blow out pads after every set of passes, and you walk outside, blow it out, and then if you swap pads often too, use half a dozen pads or something like that. But if you're blowing around the garage, you're asking for trouble.
All right, EC says that Icy Breeze cooler thing acts like an actual air conditioner but uses ice water instead of Freon. So I'm not sure what that...
I see what it does. I just question whether it's any good.
Michelle M. from Lady Lake chiming in again.
Uh-oh.
She says your whole idea of the dolly is embarrassing and she's going to sit by herself soon.
Yeah, sure.
But she'll be hot, I guess.
Yep, yes, she will.
Oh, man. All right, Mark on Instagram says, I'm planning on buying my first pressure washer ever. Thinking of going with the AR630 TSS. Do you have a specific procedure to start up and shut down the pressure washer? For example, I've seen Matt engage the gun and purge water/air out before turning it on. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you can do that. It's probably good. I mean, you could cavitate the machine and cause, issues with the plungers, but I don't think it's not super necessary. But generally what I do is I'll, hook the hose up, pull the trigger, and then, let a little bit of air run out for a second or two, and then or maybe 30 seconds. Nah, never that long. 10 seconds. And then fire it up and just blow the air through. And then at the end, I'll turn the water off with the machine still on, pull the trigger, let it shoot out whatever little bit of leftover water is, and immediately turn it off, and then that's all I really do. So, but I don't think you really have to you don't have to get too crazy about it.
All right, let's see. Speaking of ARs, Jeff Franklin on Facebook says, I see that AR has a new 675 TSS that is around $600. Do you have any thoughts on that? The other thing is, and I looked this up, it'll run on a 15 amp circuit instead of
that's
20.
some eats. He's gonna send me one when he has one. I gotta buy one from him, but I suspect it probably only does 1.5 gallons a minute, and it's a lot like the 1622. It's leaves a lot to be desired. I'd rather just pony up and get a 20 amp circuit. And it's not that hard to you call an electrician, they can whip one out in a few minutes.
All right, let's see here. Rick in the chat says, good afternoon, Matt and Chris. Would OSFO be too harsh to use on the F80 intercooler?
I think the intercooler is probably aluminum, so you don't want to use that on aluminum. So I don't think that'll work.
All right. S. Siriano on Instagram says, knowing that you have CSU and CSL on your vehicles, is CSU worth it? The cost of paying someone to do it isn't the factor. I coded my last car in CSL myself. It's a daily driver, around 8,000 miles a year, garage kept.
Yeah, I mean, I think you'd be stupid to not. You do CSU, they look pretty much the same, so CSU will last longer, and so you want to do Crystal Storm Ultra. If you're paying someone, just pay them the extra $100 or whatever it costs to do that. If they're trying to charge you, $500 more, just say, look, I'm not doing that. It's the same thing. Product costs like $20 more. So I would, choose that. I would put CSU on everything if I could get it. So yeah, you want to choose that if you can.
All right, let's see. Hayden on Instagram says he missed us last week. Went through with withdrawals. Sorry about that, Hayden. Do you have an update on the active pressure washer? Yes, it is shipping today, our next shipment. So hopefully next week we'll have 120 of them here with more on the way after that.
Oh, really? I thought we weren't getting them till October.
No, they're shipping today.
Oh, cool.
From a different spot than we're used to because a couple of things. Let's see here. AJ Shanks, Alex wants to know, hey, Matt, what is your go-to for a one-step polish solution? Rupes Yellow and Jescar Correction Compound? Would you see it as viable to one-step with Sonex Cutmax?
I would rather do, if I'm doing a single step, I would do Sonex Perfect Finish and a Rupes Yellow pad. You won't get all the defects out, but you'll have a nice-looking glossy finish, if you will. So that's that. If I'm doing a one-step, that's what I'm doing.
All right, Michael in the chat says, hey, Matt, notice on some of the garage builds, you guys use a piece of wood under the bucket fill faucet. Is this to space out the faucet or to spread load or both?
Yeah, I mean, I'd rather not do that, but the problem is if you're doing, especially if you're doing the P118 or P114, the one with a big handle, they're like, it has a 4-inch frost whatever thingy tube. And so, 2x4 construction, you don't have enough room, so you have to space it out. Now, if you do the P160, whatever it's called, the standard hose bib, and you can buy one that's the CC close coupled version, and you won't need that block. The other nice thing about the block is then you can really bolt it down, and you can hang on the thing then. That's the only reason we do that. But in a perfect world, I would, have a deeper wall cavity where I wouldn't have to do any of that, and it can sit flush.
All right, Trevor on Facebook wants to know, is it worth buying Cerakote for cleaning etched water spots on windows, or should I just use an aggressive cutting compound?
Ceri Glass he's talking about. Cerakote is a different product. Yeah, I think so. You could try just try a microfiber cutting pad and a, like Cutmax or Jescar Correction Compound or something like that, or a M100 or M101 or something like that. But you probably, if you have water spots, you may end up needing to use something more aggressive, like Ceri Glass and rayon pads.
All right, Ruben Salinas on Facebook says, I'm ready to add windshield protection on my F-Type and F-150. Should I opt for the new S-Tech DynoFlex or proven Alchemy ExoShield or something else?
He's saying just the windshield.
Mm-hmm. windshield protection.
Yeah, I don't know, man. None of those really work. You're going to be really disappointed in all of them. ExoShield is trying real hard to keep working on it. I would say it's your best shot. But I've given up on those windshield protection things because they leave bubbles, and because they're so much thicker than even PPF, and so just a little bit of dust and it turns into a crater it just doesn't look good at all.
Kyle Traeger wants to know, does the new drying aid have a recommended storage temperature range? I've had some minor streaking and smearing problems even with new pre-washed towels, and was wondering if the issue is possibly related to storing in a hot Florida garage.
Yeah, I mean, I suspect you're probably, somewhere 100 degrees and below. I'm not sure, though.
It's a good question, Kyle. We can do a little research there on that.
Yeah, I don't know the answer to that, but I would suspect that that's the case. If it gets too cold or it gets too hot, it's not a good thing for most chemicals generally.
All right, one of your E46 bros on Instagram wants to know, have you decided on a head unit for the E46?
E46, I don't know that I'm going to do anything. I'm not sure. The struggle I've been having here lately, I've almost sold that thing a couple of times. I don't know what to do. So it's a bad week to ask me about that kind of stuff because as of right now, I'm selling everything and quitting.
All right.
Focusing on audio only.
No more cars. Just lots of speakers. Yoshi.
No, I'll have cars, just not freaking ones that take a lot of work. Get me an NSX, I don't have to do anything to it. Just look at it, drive it.
Our buddy Yoshi has another super chat here, this time $5 US. Have you tried P&S Clarity Cream?
I haven't, but their polishes I don't think are very good. So, polish takes a lot of focus, and I just don't think Dave's expertise is polish as much as it is some of the other products. So I haven't tried it, but I suspect I probably wouldn't like it very much. It's really hard to beat the big boys that just focus on polishes, or at least have stumbled into a really great polish. I haven't found the need to really worry about that.
This is from Justin Eichhorn on Facebook. The production quality of OG's videos is already among the best out there. Matt mentioned further improvements in the coming weeks. One thing that would help viewing is brighter lighting under hoods and wheel arches so we can better see what's going on when working on the cars. Is it possible to place additional lighting in those areas during filming?
Yeah, we're going to have all kinds of portable lighting in the new garage. The problem is now we just don't have any room to keep them because the lights take up a lot of space. So that's part of the plan is we'll be, rolling lighting around and having better gimbals and stuff like that.
From Sam on Instagram, why were you leaning towards the Tesla Plaid over a Porsche Taycan?
Well, the Taycan doesn't have anything to it. There's no technology there. It's just a Porsche with an electric motor. The whole point of getting an electric car to me is for the technology, and Tesla's on a completely different planet when it comes to that kind of stuff. So the Taycan makes no sense to me. It doesn't do any there's like no driving assistance. There's no, there's no tech outside of what a 911 has, other than maybe a little different gauge. So, and the Model S is way freaking faster. So to me, it just made more sense. Now I canceled it, the order. I don't need another car. I wasn't super excited about it, and it's a lot of freaking money. So, I canceled it in my despair, in my momentary depressed state of less is more, which will last another 3 days, and then it'll be all over. So just bear with me.
So now's a good time to make an offer on any of Matt's cars. If you want one. I'm getting the GT4. Let's see. We had something on. This guy. Kurt says, "Hey from Cincinnati. Been using the GSF, a new drying aid. Awesome. Way better than Beadmaker. Any updates on Pressall household transparent bottles?"
No update, but they're coming.
Lots of them at some point. Let's see. ETA for OG Drying Aid gallons? Missed the boat, says Cole. As soon as we get the gallon bottles, Cole.
Yeah, we have the product. Now we don't have the gallons. So
Yeah.
they're doing any day.
Which I just got something pop up. That might be it, actually. But
Cool.
yeah, we have the actual product here. Just no bottles to put it in.
It's freaking frustrating. Can't do anything.
Let's see. Oh, and Yoshi wanted to specify, I guess, that Clarity Cream is a glass polish.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, I haven't tried it.
We have more recommendations for fans here. Lots of people want you to have the best fan out there.
Yeah, what are they saying here? Because
There's barn cooling fans, which I guess keeps Cool Barns fans. I'll look that one up here in a second. Do a great job cooling down barns. Schaefer VersaCool fans. VersaCool, I think, isn't that the one that has the mist attached to it? Get you some of those. And then I am Jayoon on Instagram says, if you don't pay the school to construct a pole barn over your reserved seat, I'm unsubscribing. So, yeah. That's a good idea.
yeah, but the problem is I'm traveling around at different schools.
Let's see, Cool Barns fan.
That would be funny. The Matt Mormon press box.
Yeah, have your suite.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay, there's Cool Barns fans.
Yeah, but I gotta carry that thing. How many carry that into the?
Look at this. This horse is staying cool as a cucumber. Okay, let's check him out.
Why would they take a picture with the
Look at
freaking extension cord?
I guess the horses, they got to stay cool. Don't want the horses getting too hot.
If I had a horse, I'd get him an air conditioner.
Look at this guy. He's got 2 fans.
Yeah, that's my kind of guy. That's the Mount Mormon horse right there.
Wow. Oh, the cows. Keep the cows cool too.
Yeah.
Man. You guys, you know all the good stuff that's out there. I appreciate you
I should
sharing.
I should get into farming.
Let's see. Ian has a good question for you. Why do you keep cutting off the rubber pimples on new tires? You do know
Get
they
outta
fall off eventually, don't you?
Get out of here. Just mute that guy.
Joseph wants to know, do you have a recommendation for a good wallet? What's your
Ridge. I like the Ridge wallet. That's the one I got right here. I have the whatever they call it, the Lamborghini carbon steel or whatever they call it. I forget what it's called. Steel carbon. I don't remember what they
a couple
call
of
it.
the guys next door have gotten the Ridge wallets as well. They like those.
It's one of the few highly marketed things that I actually like.
All right, we need some more questions here. We've run out of questions. Just people talking about all the fast food options here.
Man, we've been on a real rash of people freaking calling me. Stop calling me. I don't want to talk to you. Just stop Google searching. If it's not Forged Carbon, thank you.
Forged Carbon, thanks.
If my phone number's not on the website for a reason, because I don't want to frickin' talk to you. There's no reason to talk. Well, where's my order? How about we'll send it as soon as we get it? Stop your stupid questions. You shouldn't have any stupid questions. Then I love it when it literally says on my voicemail, look, this is not a phone number for you to call and leave a message. Don't leave a message. I'm not going to return your call unless you're my friend. I guess people, maybe I got to get the friend. I got to get real nasty and start yelling, just scream yelling into the phone. Or I should just take the message off. I don't know what I need to do. I need to just get a new phone number. I had this phone number for like almost 20 years. I don't want a new one. I think I'm going to have to do it.
Well, all right, let's see here. People chiming in that the pimples don't fall off even after 60,000 miles. I can understand that.
You don't drive your car hard enough, Chris. You got to drive it hard. You drive it hard, rolls over on the sidewall, and they come off.
They just go up on 2 wheels. James King says, I'm planning on coating my Model 3 next weekend. Wondering how many suede applicators you use, as well as how many coating towels.
I probably use, let's say, 2 for CSL and probably 4. I probably use we do them in 5-packs. So it's probably 5, but sometimes I use more. If it's a Model 3, probably 4. You'll probably end up using, depending on how clean you kept the car. So, and if you hit the tires or something else, hit some dirty spots. But, yeah, I mean, a 5-pack is what you need.
A couple of people saying that Ridge cuts into their jeans or their shorts. Megan H. from Ocala is chiming in. Should she be working right now?
Yeah.
She said, Matt reminds me of Eeyore today. Yeah,
I'm not
you're
feeling
very
it right
Eeyore-y.
now. I'm going home right after this. Not working out. Just gonna go lay there, feel sorry for myself. The E36 just isn't working out for me today.
Yeah, you need to give up on it today. I'll take care of it. Give me Waba and the camera, and I'll fix everything.
It should be. I have a harness. It should just plug right in, and then I plug it in, and it's going, and the volume's at like 50%, and I'm like, oh Lord! And then I go to take the rear speaker out, and there's some spliced in wires just hanging from there. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is supposed to be like a click clack. Plug and play, take frickin' 10 seconds.
All right, let's do a couple more questions, and we'll sign off a little early today. Let you go home and wallow in your misery. Yeah. Hey, Matt. This is from James in the chat. Do you use a credit card daily to earn cash back, or you just use a debit card for your checking account? Curious as to what you're taking.
Never use a debit card. Ever. Never, ever. I haven't used a debit card in ever.
Maybe since Taco Bell last time.
Not even. Never have I ever used a debit card. It makes absolutely no sense. I mean, you're putting yourself at risk. I mean, the debit card doesn't have the same protections that a credit card has. So why would you do that? It makes no sense whatsoever. The only reason I even have a debit card is to go to the ATM, and I don't ever do that either. I used to go to the ATM periodically. But I haven't had to because people come in here and pay cash, and I'll just sneak it out of the drawer and put it in my pocket. The other thing, I have a pile of cash. I'm selling all the gym stuff, so I just have that cash. So I haven't had to get cash in a couple of years. But yeah, you don't want to pay with a debit card. You always want to use a credit card. You get a benefit from it, and you get some sort of points that you can use for travel or some other crap, cash back or something like that. And then you have the ability to dispute a charge. It's way easier to get your money back if there's a problem. And there's no downside to it. You establish more credit, where using a debit card doesn't help you at all from a credit perspective. So there's like no positive upside to using a debit card, other than you could say, this is how usually people that lack intelligence would say, well, it's a way to stay out of trouble. Well, just don't be stupid. And charge too much on your credit card. If you have to treat it like a debit card, that's fine. But yeah, you don't want a debit card. You have one just to access ATM. Even then, like I can probably I don't think I have one with me. Let me see if I have one for any of the bank accounts. No. Yeah, one for my Chase. Oh, I got two. Never mind, I lied. So one for the Chase Business and one for Chase Personal. I should probably take the personal one. I've never even used this card. I don't even have it signed to do it.
That one sounded heavy.
That's the Apple Card.
Fancy.
Ooh, I got a store credit in here. So in case you're wondering, I have, let me see, since we're talking about this. So on the personal side, I've got an Apple Card. I got a Merrill Lynch Visa Signature. This is like my second credit card ever, and I've had this since 2005, so that's why I've kept that. So those are the two. And then I have a personal Amex Platinum. So Amex, probably shouldn't show the card numbers on the camera here. So those are the three personal cards that I have, and then business cards I've got two. So I got an Amex Platinum, and then I've got a Chase Inc. Business Preferred or whatever, the fanciest one they have. And then I got my two, access cards for, I don't even like calling them debit. Debit, just to me, even just saying that word sounds stupid. Just makes me think stupidity. So those are the two I have. So those are the only cards I have. So 2 business cards, 3 personal cards, and 2 debit cards. And I always keep the Amexes on the outside, and I've got my access card for the building. So I always keep the access card on the outside and my Amex card on the outside, because that one doesn't get scratched up. That's how we do it.
There you go. A couple more questions. I'll take one while you're rearranging. From our buddy Brian out in California. Hey, Chris, what's your beverage of choice this evening? My old college buddy Jeff Greer's coming to town. Actually, he's passing through on his way to Orlando, so we're gonna go I can go meet him, have some pizza, and probably take a little 1970s era Old Forester. That's what I'm gonna have this evening with my buddy Greer.
What's a Forester?
It's a brand. Old Forester is the name of the bourbon.
Oh.
And so this one is a little mini bottle from the 1970s.
So how much will you drink of that? Like the whole bottle?
Yeah, it's only 50 milliliters, so it's tiny. It's not like a regular size bottle. So we'll share that. But I have tiny little bottles like that are fun. I collect them and share them with buddies because it's not very much. Let's see here. From Jeff. Are the OG overhead lights dimmable? I want to use Lutron Caseta switch.
No dim. I know some people have dimmed them, but they're not technically dimmable. Yeah, I don't really like dimming. Dimming's too many options for me. Like I have dimming in the garage and I hate it.
I'm very surprised you haven't changed these lights.
I ordered them, waiting very impatiently. It's so frustrating with Lutron. Like it's just trying to buy the stuff online. I can't get anything done. It's a theme. It's just a bad way.
All right, well, Eeyore and I we're gonna call it a day here. 2:59, so we're not ending too early.
I'm real thirsty. I wish I had a drink of water.
Some water.
Water tastes terrible in that thing.
You don't like the water?
No. Maybe it's because I didn't wash it. I just rolled it.
That question came up actually. Do you wash it first? It's kind of like a T-shirt. When you get a new T-shirt, do you wash it first?
No.
But maybe we should with these, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. It didn't taste like plastic.
Oops.
Yeah. This is the worst one we've ever done. I quit. The worst one we'd ever done was the zebra cake show.
There's been at least 3 we've said this is the worst one we've ever done.
Yeah. The E36 has got me all messed up. I need somebody to just come help me do everything, and I'll just watch and talk on camera. Next week, I'll come in with a new attitude, bunch of videos for the channel. Hopefully, we'll get some power in the garage. So that's what I've been waiting for. Is I want to start working on the yarn building garage and start to shoot. I got all these videos I'm ready to make, and it's like I'm just sitting there waiting.
This whole building, and your dad's facing some same issues down the road. It's interesting to learn all this stuff that goes on, and
yeah,
it's super frustrating.
Well, when Mike gets here, we're not waiting for anybody. We'll do everything ourselves.
He's going to install your garage doors overnight.
Yeah.
Good stuff. All right, thanks again, everybody, for the questions and for chiming in, for supporting us all, and thank you again, Daniel Gus, for lunch today. We appreciate it.
What do you mean faster and easier about a credit card?
Credit union.
What does that mean? What is swipe the credit card? It takes 1 millisecond.
With my Visa card, there are no cash back incentives. So. I don't know. I know direct deposit you can get a day or two early if you have a credit union. Sometimes that's all I know.
What is? You shouldn't be running it that tight, right? I mean, you shouldn't be doing that. And if you had a credit card, you don't have to worry about running it tight because you just pay it when the money's available and you have time. Yeah, there's no reason to have that. Don't do it.
Any Wash and Talks coming this weekend, by the way?
I'm just going to be light on fire and yell. That's what I'm going to be doing.
Rage and talk. Rage.
Yeah, rage.
Wash and rage.
I'll be more chipper.
We're going to try to end this again.
Yeah, I quit. See ya.
See you guys next week.